Hello friends, I'm Adam Lake, founder of the Mosaic Foundation. This video is an introduction to a proposal for a scalable social media ecosystem that can be a viable alternative to big tech platforms. This video and the written proposal focus on why we need an open ecosystem for social media, one that aligns incentives with the public good. We're advocating bringing together leaders and stakeholders from across this movement to co-design an open ecosystem where we can realize our collective economies of scale and combined network effect. Here's the roadmap for this video. I'll start by breaking down the problems with the current big tech model, then review why current alternatives are falling short, and finally I'll lay out a vision for an open ecosystem and why we need a collaborative design process to make this a reality. There is near universal agreement. The current social media model is dysfunctional and corrosive. These platforms are tearing at the fabric of society and undermining the democratic process. They harm both youth and adult mental health, rob us of our valuable time, and confine content creators and developers into restrictive ecosystems. We can do better. Social media isn't going anywhere, but we believe there's a positive path forward. That's where we hope the Mosaic Foundation comes in. Our mission is to convene existing efforts to solve the social media problem, merging our diverse capabilities, insights, and wisdom to create a scalable alternative to big tech. We don't want to just tweak the old system. We're aiming for something transformative, a social media model that's built for the common good, one that benefits society, users, and creators. But right now, social media is harming society by putting advertisers first, fueling polarization with secret algorithms, and positioning themselves as the arbiters of truth. Our civil liberties are diminished through constant surveillance. An open and decentralized network can operate with transparency, make information verifiable, and actually help us make better sense of the world together. We can have visibility around algorithms and ads, finally letting society assess their true impact and giving us the power to do something about it. And big tech social media also harms users by invading our privacy and promoting clickbait over meaningful content, wasting our precious time and lowering our quality of life. But it doesn't have to be like this. We can give people control over their data and empower them with customizable algorithms and newsfeed filters, enabling us to consciously choose healthier information diets, potentially saving the average user around 60 hours a year. And it would just simply be a far better experience. And content creators on these centralized platforms face censorship, shadow banning that limits their reach, and high fees that cut into their income. In a more distributed ecosystem, creators would have full control over their work. They would distribute content directly to their subscribers and keep 100% of their revenue. With interoperability standards, creators would be able to easily move their content between hosting services without losing their subscribers or control over their future. So how do we make this new social media paradigm a reality? Well, big tech's ad-driven, shareholder-focused model makes meaningful self-regulation on their part nearly impossible. And unfortunately, the government doesn't seem up to the job of keeping corporate power in check. And while there are a few alternative apps that have real momentum, most struggle with scalability, performance, or governance. Some developer communities are working on social networking protocols, but they often lack broad stakeholder input, have only one app or organization implementing the protocol, or rely solely on donations. And many of them are missing essential features like user groups or struggle with server infrastructure. Others tie themselves to cryptocurrency, making them vulnerable to speculation, regulation, and the potential to distort incentives away from the public interests. Some of these alternatives have as many as 10 million users, but Facebook still has 300 times as many. As of now, no effort seems to have a strategy that can scale and provide a viable alternative to big tech social media while also serving the public good. So to address this set of hard problems holding us back, the Mosaic Foundation is advocating for an open ecosystem, one that prioritizes the public good while competing at scale with big tech in the free market. To succeed in displacing tech giants, we have to win over customers. One potential model could be that of an ecosystem of for-profit service providers governed by a multi-stakeholder nonprofit. This combination would ideally preserve the mission to serve the common good while attracting necessary capital investment and maintain the benefits of dynamic competitive markets. But this is just one option that will be explored during the ecosystem design process. We'll learn from other internet governance efforts like ICANN, the Linux Foundation, and the World Wide Web Consortium, as well as consider more cutting-edge ideas like platform cooperatives where workers and users actually own the platform. The nonprofit would make sure the network is interoperable and performs well, ensuring users get the high-quality experience they're used to. The ecosystem will support and standardize many services like identity management, decentralized news feeds, personal data hosting, or group moderation services. Our vision is a cohesive ecosystem of hundreds of service providers that users can choose from, completely opposite of the walled gardens that dominate today's social media. This is our chance to create a new internet institution for the 21st century, one that can turn the tide on the harms that social media is causing. Mosaic recognizes the potential of bringing together a multidisciplinary community of technologists as well as creative subject matter experts from across the social sciences to design a human-centered social media ecosystem. So far, efforts to replace platforms like Facebook and Twitter have fallen short, each missing a crucial element, whether it's software decisions, poor marketing, scalability issues, or lack of a sustainable business model. The social media problem spans mental health, democracy, privacy, data ownership, and online harassment. Balancing all of these concerns won't be easy, but we think that addressing them as interconnected issues is the right approach. The goal isn't to build a perfect solution, but by being thoughtful and deliberate, we can dramatically improve on the current social media landscape, and ideally set in motion a new institution for the web that can adapt and improve over time. Look, obviously, success isn't guaranteed, but we believe that bringing together subject matter experts to work on an ecosystem design process like this is a worthy effort and has great promise. A new social media paradigm is possible, one that amplifies the benefits and reduces the harms. Look, fundamentally, we want to protect civil liberties in the digital age by ensuring users and creators own their data and digital identities. Imagine a network of independent spaces free from corporate confinement, whether for journalists, communities, or groups of friends. A network where posts populate decentralized news feeds that users control, with the freedom to choose the algorithms that shape our view of reality. We also hope to enable tools for a new era of democracies, a free press, and for organized labor. We believe that through innovative ecosystem design, we can restructure social media around our shared human values. If you're interested in this project, we'd love to hear from you. We're looking for team members to help lead the ecosystem design process, subject matter experts eager to contribute, and advisors to guide our efforts. We're also welcoming solution providers who can help define interoperability standards that will make this ecosystem possible. And crucially, we're seeking funding sources willing to provide initial grants to the nonprofit side of this initiative. To learn more or get involved, check out the full proposal linked in the description below. You can also email us to set up a meeting or join our Discord chat. And if you're feeling generous, consider donating to help us gain traction. We would really appreciate it. We have a real opportunity to reshape social media for better, but it's going to take all of us, developers, funders, creators, and change makers, like you. The world needs moonshots for social change, so let's make social media as it should be.